Hey guys, what's up? It's time for the third episode of Wrastletalk with me, Chris Hansbrough, and my friend Sergio Talavera.
I recently found out that there's another show called Wrastletalk on YouTube.
There is.
Yeah. If you go to our
Oops.
video and you go to like the sidebar, you'll see something. It's actually a channel called Wrastletalk TV.
Ooh, I guess we should come up with a new name eventually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we're Wrestle
And we are Wrastletalk,
because
that's
we
true.
talk wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like wrestling and you like wrestling. I guess I guess we got to change that.
Yeah.
I figured as much, but eventually we, you
Figure
know,
something else out, whatever.
run into something. Uh, let's get on to the talking wrestling. We both just got done today watching NXT, which holy crap, that was a great show. Just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I loved the opening with 2 seconds of Baron Corbin.
Yeah, even with two squash matches, NXT was still good.
Yeah, but the second squash match had my favorite stealth X-Men cosplayer, Leva
Yep.
Bates. So
Yep.
that was fucking rad.
The best part was when oh my God, Renee Young like literally said she looks like Kitty Pryde, and I, my inner nerd smiled like a fucking moron.
I lost it at that. That was kind of I'm sorry. I'm so happy about that. But yeah, it opened
Right.
up with Baron Corbin literally having a 5 second match.
Yep.
So this guy lasted less time than
Then Johnny Cage last week.
and frickin'
Was it last week, Johnny
dirty.
Cage?
Mm,
No, it was 2 weeks ago. That was Johnny Cage.
before that, it was Dirty Hippie,
Hmm.
and it's pretty great. I think he got new. Did it sound like new theme music this time too?
I think it was a new Titantron.
Because like the music sounded different for some
I think
reason.
I think the motorcycle sounds got downplayed.
Yeah, they stopped doing the Dean Ambrose entrance,
Hmm.
but he still came out in his badass wolf jacket and then crushed a dude. Which I guess that's how you start your NXT, especially when you follow it up with Sami Zayn coming out talking for a little bit, and then Tyson Kidd coming out and being the best heel ever. Like he came out in Sami Zayn's shirt to talk shit. That was great.
Yep.
Oh, like
I
Tyson
love I
Kidd
love
has
that stuff.
he has figured it out so well. Unlike so many other guys just haven't figured out the change from we don't know what they are to total heel. Fact, he can do the heel thing really, really well.
Hmm. He's got the crowd doesn't like him because of the Total Divas thing and a couple other things, and then he has the one thing that he has the thing that he says that pisses people off, which is
Fact,
exactly,
and
yeah.
it's great.
So
Uh,
that's pretty much how you make a excuse me I'm not gonna say decent because he's better than decent, but like that's how you start with a decent heel like gimmick, and then you build on that, and that's
yeah,
what Tyson's Kid has done.
because now there are only two things that don't lie: facts and cats, and he's got both on his outfit.
Hmm.
If you watched
Hmm.
main event, that was great. He's got cats on his kick pads.
Yep, they are apparently like pictures of his cats, like the
Yeah,
cats that he owns, which is really funny.
it's pretty great, and I kind of love the fact that he's just cat nerd and a huge dick.
Hmm.
Uh, that would that was just a great promo there, and then
It's a little awkward at moments. Jeez, I joined the fucking gym a couple weeks ago, and now I'm tired every fucking day. Sorry.
it
Jeez.
happens. You're getting
Uh-huh.
in shape to learn about wrestling.
It has crossed my mind.
to start wrestling, be the Puerto Rican wrestler.
Be yet another Puerto Rican wrestler that is underused? Yeah.
Totally, you can be the next Sin Cara.
Nah, I'm good. I think I'd be more of a mouthpiece, but yeah.
See, and segue, because Sin Cara and Lucha Dragons coming out and wrestling.
Mhm.
What
It was something Murphy and
who
I don't
were
know.
they again? But there was a really, 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 really terrible, terrible point where I just couldn't stop laughing because it was what was it? What was it? Yeah, it was Wesley Black and Buddy Murphy, and then
Wesley Blake.
yes, Wesley Blake, uh, and then but then they called themselves Team Thick because we're jacked and we're strong and yeah, I'm sorry, that was
That
the
was
dumbest
Alex Riley.
shit, and it was great.
That was Alex Riley, and I wanted to retroactively punch him in the face
I
for
did too, but at the
naming
same
them.
time, that was the dumbest shit, and I kind of liked it. Because as much as Alex Riley annoys me,
Mhm.
he's so much better at being a heel commentator than JBL.
Right, but that's just because JBL's just like spouting nonsense.
Come on,
Also
Maggle!
saying, also saying Zigger.
Oh god, and they all started doing it this week.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, King was the only person who said his name right. Oh, it drove me crazy.
That
But yeah,
entire comment. Anyway, yeah.
you got a match. It wasn't a long match, but my god, when Callisto came in and nailed that freaking corkscrew,
Mhm.
that was gorgeous. And then they
Yep.
proceeded to squash them completely, but it was still a fun little match. And they're actually building a tag team division that
Mhm.
doesn't involve here come the Ascension to squash the kids.
Mhm.
And I kind of enjoyed that. Uh, and then probably God, there were so many there were two really good matches, and the first one was Charlotte and Becky Lynch going at it, and
Mhm.
those two put on a show.
Yep.
Like I've known for a long time that Becky Lynch can wrestle like really, really well, but
Becky Lynch can go, dude.
and they went. That was a really, really good match.
Mhm. Mhm.
Up until the I still hate that finisher.
She did set it up this time though with the like neck breaking thingy.
Yeah, she's been setting it up, and that makes it actually look like a finisher, but it's still like it's a stunner from 3 inches up.
Yep.
But yeah, it was better this time, but still, I don't like that finisher. Just
I
requires
mean,
too much fun.
it was a really good match though.
Yeah, there were some really good spots that I
Mhm.
love the way she nails that figure four headlock and then flipped her around and started smashing her face into the ring and then flipped around again.
Yeah, I like that second rope kick Becky Lynch does when they're in the
Yeah,
corner. That's a really good one.
there were some great spots in that match, and bravo for like really putting on a show those girls did.
Mhm. Mhm.
It
Bravo for letting them actually put on a show. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Instead
that's
of
why I love NXT because
treating them like dumb supermodels.
NXT is where the girls beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Even it's like yeah, Carmella got a squash match, but that was mostly frickin' Leva Bates hitting her a lot and then getting stuck in the finisher.
Mhm.
But which is actually the next match where
Enzo and Cass
Enzo
come out.
Cass come out, they get in their match, they start, and then Marcus Louis gets tagged in and has his wig pulled off, and then proceeds to beat the hell out of his partner
Because
and
hair.
and run off sad,
Because
turning
he has no hair.
he is now like the monster. they've created a monster and unleashed him on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of hope he just comes out and screams, "Hey, you guys!" and starts attacking people every show.
It's pretty funny.
Well,
Actually,
yeah.
the funniest part about that was the camera cuts to the beginning of the match. Camera cuts to Cass and Enzo, and they're doing rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
And then when Marcus Louis goes insane and starts beating the shit out of Sylvester Lefort, they cut back to Enzo and Cass, and they're just like, "What the fuck?
What the hell's going on, man?" That was... God, I love those two. They do such a great job just acting like idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And they are.
And then they brought in Carmella. Carmella
Who-
did the match against
Who promptly beat the hell out of
Blue
Blue
Pants.
Pants Girl.
Yeah.
Who-
Also, when she first came out, I'm just like, am I in? Is someone's gimmick Fallout? That's a fucking vault suit. What the hell?
Well, it's Leva Bates. She cosplays for a living. She always wrestles in cosplay. She's like Iron Man. Oh, I've seen matches where she was Baroness. It's just she comes like she comes out in cosplay. It's like somebody bugged her on Twitter before a match where she's like, you should come out as Hawkeye, and she came out as Hawkeye.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty darn great.
I think it's kind of funny that WWE lets her do that.
I don't think I think they just brought her in as local talent. I don't think she's on their roster. I don't know,
okay.
though. Like, if she is, it would have been a recent signing,
Yeah, that would explain it.
I think. But yeah, it's probably just one of those, hey, we brought in local talent and are trying them out, or using them in a squash so they can get on TV as wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they let her come out in her... I don't
Kitty
know
Pryde,
if that...
I guess.
I'm pretty sure that was her Stealth X-Men cosplay, because I've seen her wrestle in that with an X-Men belt before. She came out in the Cyclops visor, I do believe. Which, yeah, that kind of gimmick entertains me, even when they're getting squashed. Which is why, since he keeps tweeting pictures of himself covered in body paint, I'm really hoping they allow Devitt or Finn Balor to paint himself every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not with, trademark infringement paint jobs, but have some badass paint jobs to come out and wrestle in.
Would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then they let the Ascension speak.
Which is a bad idea.
Very bad idea, because I was like, those guys are super intimidating, staring at the camera like that, and then they started talking, hey, Hideo, we're gonna sayonara. It was very, like, those guys are not intimidating when they open their mouth.
Yeah.
Connor kind of is, because he's constantly looking like he's pooping. But Victor, not so much. But that could have been much. Yeah, don't let those guys talk.
That'll teach me to be on Tumblr when something comes out that I want to watch. God damn it.
Why are you on fucking Tumblr? We're talking about wrestling.
Because you were talking about the Ascension.
Okay, good point.
And they were talking.
It was bad.
The Ascension needs to do one thing, and that's talk. Or no, sorry. And not talk. There you go. Not talk. Not talk at all.
They just need to come out, beat up small Japanese men, and then get kicked in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. And then we ended the show on probably my favorite match of the week, which was
Damn good match.
Sami Zayn and frickin' Tyson Kidd going at it. And
Mm-hmm.
god damn it, it is about time that Sami Zayn hit the Blue Thunder Bomb on someone.
Yep.
And he took that and he made it look just as good as Tyler Breeze does. Because Tyler Breeze makes that thing look great. And then say, like, God, that was a very, very good match.
It's a damn good match. A lot of really cool spots. A lot of amazing just feats of ridiculousness, that ridiculous athleticness. Just
What
insane
spots
stuff.
what spots were you the most enjoyable for you?
I always love the haluva kick. So the haluva kick is like my favorite thing ever. And then
The exploder suplex to set it up in the corner is always one of my favorites.
yep.
Him just randomly jumping off the fucking ropes and doing a flip, like
Mm-hmm.
to taunt
No.
Tyson Kidd.
Yep. I love the what was the one? His crossbody. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Like everything he does is so pretty, and
Mm-hmm.
God, he is so ready to. Like he's been ready to be on the roster for months. I'm kind of glad he hasn't because WWE creative would destroy that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd either try to create a new Daniel Bryan
Mm-hmm.
or they'd just have him be a smiley comedy wrestler.
Which he isn't.
Yeah, no, he's just a really damn good wrestler who is also the nicest, most likable guy in existence.
Yep.
Like just no, that was a really good match. The double reversal into the like they kept reversing it until he finally nailed the put him in the oh my
Sharpshooter.
god. Yes.
Yep.
That was really nice segment and god those
It
two
was.
worked really well
Yep.
together.
It was a really good match. It was a really good match.
I was surprised that yeah, and definitely up there in contention for my match of the week. I can't really say it is for sure because there was some damn good wrestling on Raw this week,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of surprises the hell out of me whenever it happens because Raw there's usually garbage wrestling. I mean, it opened with the opening with them coming out, Ambrose and Cena fighting with each other, and then oh, you're gonna be in a tag team match.
Yep.
That
Yep.
that always has bugged me because like I don't know why, but I don't like once again it's the champions that lose clean to guys who aren't even a frickin' tag team. Like that kind of drives me nuts. And not only that, two simultaneous finishers, which that that just really bugged me.
Yep.
Like, but it was a good match. That like, if the only problem with a match is simultaneous finishers from the team that isn't a tag team beating the tag team champions, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You don't
It's,
yeah.
I'm a huge tag team mark, and that is pretty. Tag team wrestling is my favorite style of wrestling, and I like random tag teams being formed and beating, people who've been tag teams for a good amount of time is just it just makes me sad. It makes me
And
so
not
sad.
just that. I
That's so
mean,
like that's
I
like
get
3 or
it.
4 years ago. I was like, "Fuck this! The WWE is nonsense. The fucking tag team division is non-existent. Where the fuck is my tag team wrestling? Where the fuck is the shit that like way back when, suckered me into this shit?"
No, I'm with you. There were some good spots. God forbid John Cena going up and like trying to dive off the ropes onto people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dean Ambrose coming and just jumping right on all of them again.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good spot, but
Yep.
that was really all there was that match
Yeah.
for me. They ended it pretty well outside of frickin' double finishers to the champions. At least have it be to the Usos. But I guess John Cena has to rise above the odds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the thing that I don't know if I talked about this last week, but I hate three teams at a time. I hate that shit because it's that whole thing where it's like, hey, so you get two people wrestling, and then one team is over there in the corner being like, hey, what's up? We're over here. What's up? I hate that. If you're gonna do 3-on-3 tag team, like if you're gonna do a 2-on-2 and 2 tag teams, just fucking make a tornado. Fuck off. Like seriously,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
stupid. You're fucking stupid.
I am with you there. And there's another thing that bugs me is I think I think it's Jay that does it. Is whenever he goes to a tag when he's been weakened and he's
Mhm.
like crawling and crawling, and then suddenly he stands on his feet and leaps Superman style to tag the guy in. Ah!
Mhm.
It's like,
Mhm.
no. Why are you able to jump 5 feet? I thought you were hurt.
Yep.
It's that has always driven me crazy about them. It's super annoying. Uh, and then the next match of the show, AJ Lee and Layla and Paige and Alicia Fox, and Layla just frickin' walked out.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that was
hey, everybody hates Everybody hates not Paige. Everybody hates AJ because AJ's kind of a stuck-up bitch.
I I kind of liked it because it was sort of like, hey, I actually watched what you did last week, and no way am I letting you do the same thing to me.
That's true. Good point.
And then she ended up getting the shit kicked out of her.
Mhm.
But what this match bugged me. Outside of the point where Layla walked out, I liked that part, but the rest of it, the pretty much Alicia just being there to get beat up, AJ being a total heel when I thought it was supposed to be Paige that was the heel and being a
Yeah, I
total
don't.
asshole. And
I don't understand the booking in this entire. Like, I don't get the booking in this thing. But I look, if it's a heel versus heel thing, go right ahead and tell us that. Like, I don't mind that there's like a heel champion and a heel challenger. Who gives a shit? Whatever. But like, they're just kind of like towing the line, I guess, with AJ, but not really because she's doing heelish things. I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know.
Paige has broken her. Ah, blah blah. It's like, God damn it.
By doing what? Sicking Alicia Fox on her?
Yeah, exactly. And like right now, your entire Divas division is essentially, or the Divas division that matters is three ladies whose entire gimmick is
Is
we're
they're fucking
crazy.
crazy? Yeah.
And I thought they were getting away from that with AJ, but I guess fucking not.
Yeah.
It's the most annoying thing. It
Like all
is.
three of them make the like we're crazy as fuck gimmick work, but like I don't know. Are you booking matches in an insane asylum? Because like this isn't fucking Arkham.
I it's kind of, why is it that suddenly you have total divas and crazy divas, and those are the only divas you have?
I
It
don't know,
it
man.
bugs the crap out of me, especially since when frickin' Paige won the championship from AJ for the second time, where she nailed her with what was a new finisher, the Rampage, which is a
Hmm.
much better finisher. I thought that the whole point of that was the first time around she didn't really win it. She surprised her, and Nobody really respected her as champion. I thought the whole reason was to solidify her as an actual champion by having her win it decisively. But then the next month she loses it back to AJ, and we've had a
They're
month
just
of just
they're just not sure what they're doing.
we've just had a month of this. What the hell is going on? And it's kind of annoying because, like, if you were to do the best thing that should have happened was Paige should be the anti-diva, like she was in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
She should have come out, won the title, and the next weekend, instead of coming in with the Divas Championship belt, she comes in with the Women's Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And people are competing for the Women's title. It's no longer the Divas title. It's, badass wrestling, and they actually let the women wrestle and be wrestlers rather than divas. That would have been so much better than what we've gotten. And
Yeah, I don't know, it's just it's like the wrestling is still good, but it's less of it, and then you got the weird the weird storyline. WWE Creative has no idea what to do with their divas. Also, stop calling them divas. Seriously, please stop calling them divas.
Yeah, as I said,
Stop.
come up and, like, why didn't Paige come out with the goddamn women's championship?
Because they probably wouldn't let her. Yeah, they wouldn't let her.
But that would have been so much better writing.
Right, but
it would have given her a character that brought wrestling back to the Divas division. That this isn't so that it stops being the this is when you go get popcorn moment. No, you have the Divas match be, damn, I want to see these women fucking wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what you get with NXT, and it's like, it's kind of sad. Let Heath Slater match be the popcorn match.
As it should be, because it's Heath Slater.
Exactly. The next match of the day was up there as one of my absolute favorites. Randy and Dolph. Randy fucking Orton, man.
That was a good match.
That crowd popped for him so hard, it was great.
That was a good match. That was a very impressive way to do an RKO. That was
that fucking power bomb. Whip, boom.
Yep.
That was
damn good. That was a damn good match.
Randy Orton is the best.
He's not the best, but he's still pretty good. I'll give you that.
He is a fucking incredible wrestler. He is, like, there is a reason he is always towards the top, and it's because, like, especially when you put him against a guy like Dolph, who also can really wrestle. You've got two guys who can really fucking put on a show.
Yeah.
Putting on a show. And that was a pay-per-view main event quality match.
It was damn good, and it was a 15 to 20 minute match on Raw, which
there were a few of those this week.
Yeah.
There were a lot of long matches. The shortest non-divas match was frickin' the main event.
Yep.
Like, they let Big Show and Rusev go for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this was weird. It was like watching a B-level pay-per-view.
Yep.
And I really liked this Raw because it was mostly just wrestling. And which has been one of my problems with Raw.
Where was this Raw? Where was this Raw? It was in fucking.
No, it was in Cleveland because the crowd got really fucking racist.
Oh yeah.
Started doing the tomahawk chop, and I was just like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
And Rusev got "you treat natives like crap" heat, which was him telling the crowd they treat natives like
Natives like
crap
crap.
and are really fucking offensive. So in other words, he got Rusev is fucking right heat, so I was cheering my ass off for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I,
especially once they started doing the tomahawk chop, I
I
was
think
just
we
like,
skipped.
fuck this crowd.
I think we skipped something.
Yes, we did.
It was, yeah. So
But
let's
no,
rewind that.
back to Dolph and Randy. That was God. That was an incredible match. That
Mm-hmm.
I just and not just the RKO. Some of the stuff they were hitting on each other was just like tons of reversals,
Yep.
tons of just God. Those two are so good.
You know, one thing I wish Randy would stop doing, the uh, the rope DDT.
Yes,
I don't think it looks as impressive as it used to. Like, it's like, oh hey, this is really cool, and then it's like, oh, he just keeps doing it.
that's one of the things I hate about wrestling, though, is you have to get your signature moves in,
Mm-hmm.
and
But like,
yeah, that's one of those ones. It
he
would
can totally do
so
it in like different ways and shit. Like, remember when the era that you like so much about Randy Orton? Remember when he was like putting people outside and like from the apron down and like from not the rafters, the guardrail down? That shit was, that shit was weird. That shit was like fucked up. And like, oh shit.
yeah, I think that's one of the problems with WWE wrestling, though, is the need to let guys get their signature moves in. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of why I like the fact that Cesaro isn't doing this, is rarely whipping out the swing. It's
Mm-hmm.
because now when it happens, I pop so much harder than I did when it was every week having to listen to the crowd unable to actually count.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, yeah, if he started doing that rope DDT like every 5 matches rather than every single match,
Mm-hmm.
it would be so much more intimidating than it is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. And then let's move on a little bit to yeah, it came out at the end, and Seth Rollins is starting to treat Randy Orton like a baby, coming out and trying to intimidate him by hitting Ziggler with a curb stomp after he had already lost clean,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of bugged the crap out of me. But then the next match was Seth and Jack Swagger, which Seth run which was a pretty bad match.
Yeah.
That was not very good. But
Ooh.
at the same, it's like you won with a roll up. But then again, I guess that's right because he's a cowardly little shitheel.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the fact is,
It was not a quality
boy,
match.
boy, yeah, there really isn't anything to mention. I mean, he kind of got an ankle lock in, but
Yep.
at no point did either of them look very good.
Nope. Also, how is We the People still over? Like,
Because it's fun to say, I guess.
true, but it's just like I haven't really done anything with it since the firing of Juan Alberto Del Rio. They
Good
don't, they
point.
don't really, they don't really have anyone to do it on except maybe
Well,
Rusev. But
they're not racists anymore.
It's true.
They're 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 faces now,
Yep.
which is so weird.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, that match was garbage. The best part of it was Randy Orton coming out and looking all spooky.
Randy, put some fucking pants on. Like, if you are done wrestling, put some fucking pants on.
He's not. He had to come out and hit an RKO.
Right. 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 If you're gonna do that, don't put a shirt on, because you look like you're not wearing anything. Stop.
Yeah. No, that was a bad match. But it leads to one thing. that I think is going to happen at Hell in a Cell. I think on Monday, and we'll see if I'm wrong, but I think on Monday they're going to announce that it's a fatal four-way. It's going to become a fatal four-way for the main event at Hell in a Cell. Not 2 Hell in a Cell matches, just 1 fatal four-way. That'll be pretty darn good, I think.
Could be.
Like, I'd rather have a fatal four-way with all of them than another Cena Orton.
Right. Yeah, that would be.
Because
Yeah.
I'm totally because I don't know. That's not in a match I need to see again and again and again and again and again. But get those 4 guys in the ring the way all 4 of them are wrestling right now outside of Seth tonight.
Yeah, Seth on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. That could be an incredible match.
Yep.
Then was the weirdest point of the night. Yeah. And then came the weirdest point of the night, which I have to say, Rusev and Big Show put on a fucking really good match.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I am saying this in the year of our Lord 2014.
It was a good powerhouse battle.
It was 2 guys beating the shit out of each other, and when you allow Big Show to do that, that guy can go. He is not the worst when he's actually allowed to wrestle rather than cry a lot. I could have done without the ending.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I think back on that match and there were no really, really huge highlights.
It was just consistent. It was just a consistent match.
It was 2 guys just chopping and kicking and punching the hell out of each other. And it made both of them look really good, and I'm suddenly excited for their Hell in a Cell match, although I have trouble believing that it will live up to this. Which is odd about a Raw 2 weeks before pay-per-view.
Yeah, it is pretty odd. There's there's something weird going on here. It's like, hey, let's put on a really good show.
Yeah,
2 weeks before the pay-per-view.
Because tonight was great. Like everyone with their top game.
We need to ensure the buy rate is good.
Outside of the horribly
Sell the network, damn it!
Outside of the horribly racist crowd.
But that's Cleveland.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's called the Cleveland Steamer. I'll be here all week, folks.
Fair point.
Yep. Also, did you notice the crowd actually said $9.99 for Triple H at one point?
They've been doing that for a while. People have been chanting $9.99 along with them when they say that for a month now.
It's so weird.
It's super annoying. It's I'm actually kind of dreading the pay-per-view because I got really, really annoyed by any of y'all who friggin' aren't paying for the network, y'all are dumb. I was just like, come on, man, stop it. Also, once again, you can reiterate your point that the Accolade is kind of a fucking terrible
clutch. It's just the camel clutch.
Camel clutch, nothing extra.
It's like, hey, somebody call the Iron Sheik. He's got some legal issues to sort out.
Because that is a camel clutch. They're calling it the Accolade, but there's nothing different. He doesn't do anything special or add anything. It's just a fucking camel clutch. And that bugs the crap out of me. And next, I think, is another contender for Match of the Week. The Miz and Sheamus going at it. And why is it great?
Because of Mizdow. Because of
Damien
Damien,
Mizdow!
Damien fucking Sandow.
Oh my god, some of the things they were doing, like when Sheamus was looking over at him and just started dragging Miz around the ring to make Sandow
Sandow
do
do
things.
things. Yep.
It was great. Oh boy. And then you had like
Sandow faking the knee injury when he was down on the floor with the Miz. That was pretty funny.
like everything about those two is so perfect right
Also, I
now.
love at the end of the match when they're like up in the ramp and Miz has his arm around Sandow. Sandow has his arm around Invisible Sandow.
Yeah. like like everything they are doing is so great. But like just the fact that like whenever they talk to each other, they actually like are like Miz is talking about Sandow like he's the greatest, and it's kind of the best.
It's pretty cool.
I am loving those two, and I love the fact that the Miz is like winning by just them going after Sandow. Like what is the purpose of a stunt double? Exactly that.
Yep.
Which is why I think one of the matches at Hell in a Cell will be a triple threat. It'll either be this month or next. It's a triple threat with him going against either Ziggler or
Sheamus.
Sheamus, and going for the title with Miz and Mizdow teaming up against them, and they'll nail him with something, and they'll both put their arms over him, and Mizdow's arm will be below, and Mizdow will get the title.
Mm-hmm.
That would be incredible.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Like because I like the only way I see this ending is with Mizdow winning the title,
Yeah.
winning one of those minor titles
It'd probably
by
be
the end of the story.
the U.S. title.
I wouldn't doubt it. They seem to have shuffled him down there, and they've moved the King of Swing up.
Mm-hmm.
Who actually hit? God, that guy. He needs to start hitting that swing more. I want the King of Swing back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but now that it's so spaced out, I go nuts whenever he does it. It's great. Although it's always on like fucking main event,
Which is
which
weird,
is
but
super annoying. Uh, and oh yes, I also forgot you had one celebrity guest sighting back in
yep.
there with Chrisley and the guy making jerk off motions behind him
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and dick sucking motions. It's like God, like
They tried their best to cover that dude up, and they still couldn't.
they didn't
That
even
dude was.
try. They didn't move the camera at all. It was great. I
Oh,
was
I
like,
thought they were. Well, I guess they didn't move the
barely.
camera at all.
They barely. No, they. I was like, I don't know if anyone
To be fair, I
wasn't
wasn't
paying
paying that much
attention.
attention.
I don't think anyone was. But hey, if you're gonna have celebrity segments, have it be that. Just interview a celebrity that's in the front row of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Have it last 2 seconds and then move on. Don't do
Okay.
whoever Nene Leaks was saying goodbye to Cameron and then coming out in a match and moving around like a zombie. Yay.
Yep. That was so weird.
But the
That
match
was,
ended well. I really liked the fact that Brie broke out of the backbreaker and hit her really, really dumb finisher and won the
what
match.
is her finisher anyway? It's just like.
It's literally just a face buster. Just her basic ass, X Pac face buster.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know. I I didn't even think that was her finisher anymore. I thought she got a new one, but I guess not.
I don't know.
Like Nikki has that badass backbreaker that straight up looks like it murders people when she hits it, but
Thought I thought they
Bree
were gonna. Yeah.
Feastbuster.
Yep.
Bleh. I don't know.
I thought
That
they were
whole
gonna give
thing
her
is
like
weird.
the weird series of drop kicks kind of thing, but it's like nope.
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. It was that was not. I'm so tired of the Total Divas stuff.
Stop the Total Divas matches. The people watching, like I said last week and the week before, the people watching Total Divas are not watching Raw. They're also not watching Main Event. They're also not watching NXT. They're also not watching any of your wrestling programming.
Like the only good part of that Total Divas match was the fact that in the end it came down to Brie and Nikki, who are the only ones with an actual storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's still a Total Divas match, and they've got to stop doing that.
Yep.
Oh, it bugs the hell out of me. It is not. Nobody cares. Nobody. Even people that watch Total Divas and Raw don't care. It. Ah. It's please let these girls have their own storylines. If you're gonna have, you've got Cameron and Naomi. They don't like each other. Those two have a storyline you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki and Brie, storyline you could tell. I don't know what Natalia and Summer Rae are doing. Summer Rae is best friends with Layla, and they're bugging Fandango, but they're not doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Freaking Natalia is having marital problems with Tyson Kidd, and he's being a dick. But none of them actually
Have
have.
storylines. Yeah.
Yeah, it's why are you on my TV? Give me a reason that you are on TV other than Total Divas. Hell, even just we're two people who want to have a good match. You know, Natalia, you can get away with that. Natalia, I want the title. I want to work my way towards the title, so let her start beating people up. It's
Yep.
it's really annoying. Uh wow, this was actually a quick week. It's almost weird having this much wrestling
Yep.
in a show because there was a lot of wrestling. Oh yeah, I forgot. Totally spaced it. Is you actually had Bray Wyatt having a creepy Bray Wyatt promo.
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually are introducing a new family member.
That's probably a thing. Yeah.
I don't know who it's going to be. It is either going to be Sister Abigail
No,
or
because sister, like, and I'm about to say this. Wyatt family lore wise, she's dead.
uh, or yeah, but like, how great would it be if I'd like you to meet Sister Abigail and fucking Karma came back?
That would be very strange. That'd be very strange.
Yes, it would. But she could do big backwoods murder machine well.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'm trying to think of someone that could be the new Wyatt family member other than like God. Oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Bold Dempsey
Jesus, probably not.
or Baron Corbin.
That'd be weird.
Well, because it's another huge dude.
True, true. But it'd be weird.
Yeah, I definitely would.
One sec.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. There are lots and lots of people who could be introduced, but I still think it is going to be a Sister Abigail kind of thing. And it will be strange when it happens. And then, like, I don't know. Like, who.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's next?
I guess it's time to move on to the main event,
Yep.
which is Cena and Ambrose with the Authority on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Which great moments there when frickin' Cena starts throwing Ambrose into Seth Rollins and them. That was kind of great. Them beating the hell out of each other, and then Cena rising above the odds and
Only to
AAing
look back.
someone.
Only to look back to Dean Ambrose and be like, "Ha!
And Dean Ambrose,
Ah!"
you can't see me. That was
That's pretty great. That's pretty great.
like I
Also,
knew how that match was going to end. I've been
yeah,
saying it
yeah.
every week, and everyone keeps telling me, no, Cena's probably going to win. I'm like,
See,
nope.
like I said that first week, I gave it like that 10% chance of it like of them fucking it up because it's Juan Cena, but it was still a 10% chance, which is lower than a not the 90% chance that the 90% chance of certainty or the 90% certainty I had for Dean Ambrose winning that match.
Yeah.
But I loved that match just because it was just the entire night. I don't know I don't remember who I was talking to, but I'm just like, when did Vince Russo show up and say, "Hey, let's have it on a poll"?
I think that was me.
It's like fucking Vince Russo's here. What is going on?
Oh, God. Yeah, that would. It's a contract on a pole match. What? I don't get it. But
I was half expecting Vince Russo to just like pop up somewhere in the audience, just to be like, I
oh
win.
boy. Yeah, that was a weird, weird thing. But this week gave us something I am super interested in. I hope they continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, John Cena is a dick. He is a total dick. He's sitting there like, this is the heel John Cena I want to see because he can still be the face of the company and kind of a face, but he's a total dick to new talent. Like, I just want him to be the fucking gatekeeper. He's just a total jerk to anyone who's new. Like, he's being a total dick to Dean Ambrose because he's new.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like that is you could get away with a heel that is still a face for the kids.
Yep. Pretty much.
Because the kids do love Juan Cena
Yes, they do.
and Brie Bella and all of that. So it's I don't know, it's weird. But that was surprisingly fun match, just like especially for that ending. That that ending made me happy. And
That is a
then
pretty funny. It is a pretty funny one.
yeah, it was a good way to end the show.
Yeah. Anything on main event or SmackDown? Chris?
Well, that sucked.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh, okay, it happens though. Um, I'm just glad I have my computer on an SSD drive, so it takes 10 seconds to start back up.
Yeah, I need to buy a new thing. I need to buy a whole new setup, but I'm
It happens, but
hesitating.
let's end this a little. What was your favorite match of the week?
I'm going to say Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
Ooh, it's a really hard toss up for me between Ambrose and I mean not Ambrose, but between the Randy Orton Ziggler and the Sami Zayn Tyson Kidd.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd.
Yep.
Those guys
Cool.
put on a super entertaining match and a
Yes, they
damn
did.
good show.
Yes, they did.
Best wrestler of the week.
Sammy.
I'm with you there.
Haluva kick, man. It's simple, but it's amazing.
Blue Thunder Bomb. When somebody takes it that can make it look good, that was some great damn stuff.
Yep.
Uh, very close second, Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton's the greatest.
Right. So, all right.
And you can't even argue this week.
No,
you fucking loved him this week.
Yeah, he was good this week. He was good this week because he didn't talk too much. But anyway, before we win the show, let's go. Let's do two things. Let's go back to last week's new segment where we discuss very quickly a gimmick or a storyline you thought should have been explored more. And for me this week, I wish they would have let the Wyatt versus Jericho feud go on a long longer, because just like the shots that Wyatt could get in on Jericho would be so interesting to hear, and like the whole like turning Wyatt's Messiah complex on its head basically and shoving it back on Jericho would be amazing. So
Also, you wouldn't have had that Randy Orton Jericho match, which was kind of garbage just because of that ending, which was so blatantly
yeah,
telegraphed. It
yeah,
was annoying. For me, it's the Paige AJ thing with actually like letting Paige develop into a real champion.
yep, yep.
Taking the title off of her a month later after introducing a badass new finisher and all sorts of things are just like, why did you waste that? Why would you waste that crap? It's
I
super
don't know.
annoying.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought that was a huge, huge waste.
Okay, and the second thing I want to do
Ooh,
is something that I saw earlier today on, I don't remember what site it was, but it was basically things that they should be doing on the network when it comes to like original programming that would help sell the network original programming wise. And one of the things they mentioned that I think is a really good idea is a day in the life of a superstar. And they go through like their workout regimen, like they could go like through a MTV Cribs style thing. They could go through like their dietary regimen and all that stuff and just basically bring you like an in-depth look at your favorite superstars. And they could also include the NXT people.
and you do it every week,
Hmm.
a different
Or like even
wrestler.
every 2 weeks, so you
Yeah,
don't
every.
run out of the roster too quickly.
Well, I'm sorry. They've got enough guys on that fucking roster that you could do it every goddamn day and you'd still have a year.
That's true.
It's,
That's true.
but yeah, like them when they're in their hometowns.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, guys getting ready.
There's also like a thing about how how they deal with life on the road, away from their families and stuff, and sleeping in nicer beds rather than
Yeah,
sleeping in their tour bus or the shitty bus that they get or the crappy Holiday Inn or something. I don't know.
that would be, yeah, those would be interesting shows. I'm trying to think, network wise, what would I want to watch on a regular basis that I would totally be down for? You know what they should add to the network? Something with phone push notifications, an actual, like, Zack Ryder's Internet Championship becomes a real thing. And they defend it on the network, and you get a push notification to your phone like, hey, the title's about to be defended. You turn on the network during one of those times when there's fucking commercials or like 15 minutes of mailbag time, and
Mhm.
hey, here's a pretty cool match
Mhm.
on there.
Would be interesting.
And they're archived, but it's super cool live to just be able to go, wow, this was randomly defended on like a Wednesday afternoon in some randomly slipshod outdoor ring that gets set up and there's no crowd. Just
Yeah.
start it with, you have to start it with Zack Ryder, and he loses the title almost immediately to someone who matters. Or you could actually make Seth Ryder fucking matter for two
Possible.
seconds.
Yep.
Like, that guy can wrestle really, really well. Like, I saw him 3 years ago, I want to say, back when he had the United States Championship before he lost it on a house show.
Mhm.
But he did a match with Kane at Matt Court, or Matt Knight Arena is what it's called now.
Mhm.
The basketball court here for the Ducks, and guy put on a fucking show. So it's like, I don't know. I'd love to see something something like that on the network that would actually make it like that would sell me totally and give you a reason to buy it. All right, that's gonna do it for this week. We'll be back next week talking Raw, NXT, and what we think will happen during the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Because by then we'll have the entire card except for what they randomly add on their pre-show,
Yep.
as per usual. To talk about, well, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully my computer won't crap out on me then.